Hello, hello, welcome. This is going to be a coloring tag video. This is the mid-year review 2023, so we're going to kind of talk about goals and plans and how things went. This is created by Sassy Coloring, and I will put her channel below. I was tagged by Ali Colors 5, which I truly appreciate. I have not done a tag video for a while. I've kind of been out of the game, so I appreciate the tag, and I'm excited for this. One of my favorite videos to do and to watch are the tag videos, to see everybody's kind of a great way to show your personality, what pages you've colored, books you've done, things you liked, what you didn't like. So yeah. So if you are wanting to join in, please do. I am not going to tag anybody. For one, I seen my tag and I watched her video, but I did not go back and kind of follow the rabbit trail of who has done it. So if you would like to, please do. So starting off, there are 10 questions. A couple of them have parts to them, a couple parts, different questions mixed into one. Again, I will put those all down below as well, so if you would like to answer them in the comments, or if you would like to do your own video, make sure you tag me so I can join in and watch on that as well. And we will get started. So the first one is, did you set a goal for the first half of the year? So I did set a goal to finish 2 books. Let me pull them real quick. So I started off with a plan to do Fantastic Floral Reefs as my book to color in a year. However, I broke my foot, and so I was down a month and a half. In this book, you have to color like 3 or 4 pages a month to stay on track to finish it in a year. So that automatically put me like 6 pages behind. These are very detailed pages, and I really didn't want to rush it and ruin it and not be happy with it just to try to finish it in the year. So I decided I'm still going to work in this one, do one a month or so. I'm just not going to try to complete it in a year. My other goal was to reach 1,000 on YouTube, and I am fairly close to that, so I am very happy. I think I'm at like 950, so happy with that. It's going great there. The color alongs are going well, which surprised me. Okay, and then this one, 1 Year of Joy coloring book. So this one I was going to do as kind of like a buddy book color with Jamie over at Jamie's Coloring Love. However, my printer decided to go on the fritz. So I am a couple behind. I have one I could do there, but I couldn't print the summer ones or anything because my printer. So as soon as I figure out how to get those printed and kind of caught up there, I still plan on catching up. I'm not sure where Jamie's at on hers, but this was kind of a fun challenge and fun to do with sticking with the holidays. My printer just kind of put me behind. So 1 Year of Joy. Oh, and this is by Mystic Art Mirrors, or Kristen Glorious Ink. She has an Etsy shop, so if you're interested in that. Okay, so goals for the first half. How many pages have you colored? So this year I've colored 54 pages so far. Not a lot for me, but I'm hoping toward the end of the year I will make up for it at the beginning of the year. Out of those 54 pages, I've colored 33 books, which is a pretty good amount of books. I feel like a lot of those were untouched books, so that is a great start. And then how was the first half of your year coloring wise? Again, I broke my foot, so it was a little rough. I was off to a great start, and then between the foot and summer, I've really slowed down. So getting back into school, back into a routine should really help with that. So we'll see. Favorite colored images. So I showed you these ones, but Floral Wreaths, these are my favorite. I have come such a long way coloring flowers, depth, dimension, that this is my favorite page, flower-wise. So super happy with that one. My favorite portrait so far, and there's not categories. You can just pick any of your favorite pages, but I kind of picked categories because I'm weird like that. Green portrait. So Lena Green is one of my favorite artists. This is her first book out so far, and I did the Daisy, and I am over the moon with how my daisies came out. I was super intimidated to do white. White fur and white flowers are almost as tricky as black. But it came out well, and I'm happy with it. It's got a nice, light, delicate touch. My favorite color, the teal and turquoise in here. So yeah, so that is one of my favorites. Another one, this one is purely a favorite just for the fact that I finish it. This was like a forever whip if you've seen my completed pages. I went back, erased some things out, touched it up now that I'm a little more advanced than I was 2 years ago, and I am happy with it. Happy to have it done. This page was the reason I bought the book to begin with, so I've been looking and thinking about finishing it, but I wasn't brave enough to. And Jamie did a prompt on pirates, and I decided we're gonna go for it. We're gonna finish it up. So Prismacolor distressed ink background and some gold shiny marker for his little buttons and stuff down at the bottom. So yeah, there is my pirate. So he is my most recent completed page that I like. My very first one of the year was a Kirby page, so I was so happy with myself that I got a Kirby page done right off the bat. Kirby's usually take me a while. I tackled this one. So this is Prismacolor and not distressed ink, Derwent ink tints, if I can remember the words here. So I went over the ink tints, blended it with alcohol marker, and came back with the Prismacolor and then a little bit of gel pen. And this took me the whole month, from the first day of the month to the 30th day of the month. Happy with it, totally worth it. Wasn't sure I was gonna make it, but yeah, this was quite the page. But it is one I had my eye on since I got the book when Worlds Within Worlds came out, so I am happy to say I have at least one cool page done in there. I do Mythographic of the Month Club, so that actually was another goal, to keep up on my Mythographic of the Month Club, and I am on track. Cosmic Spirit is my favorite page so far. I do like the Saloon one I did last month, but the colors on this one just turned out fantastic. If I could find it to show you, that would be... And I'm sure you will have seen this many a times, because anytime someone asks me what my favorite is, this is the one I pull out. The background just came out way better than I expected it to. Teal waves, the skin color, the eye, everything came out great. And I did this when I had a broken foot, so I actually couch colored this, which makes it all that much more fun to look back and think about how much of a struggle it was. So again, yeah, just all Prismacolor. I didn't use any blending solution on this, it just blended with the pencils, but dabbed some of that toothbrush with some acrylic paint. Yeah, so that was in March. That is my favorite mythographic. And then I have two for Teresa Goodrich that are my favorite. So I do try to color one of hers a month. So this one I was trying to go for more of a painting kind of effect. I think it came out well. The sunset in the back really helped out with that. I added numbers to the boats and camp and a camp sign. I am aware that she is wearing a winter coat, but if you have ever camped in Wyoming, snow is a great possibility, and it is colder in the mountains anyway, so I felt like it wasn't too far-fetched for her to be wearing a coat at a summer camp. Either way, I'm pretty pleased with it. I love how the trees came out with a little bit of reflection of that sun on them. So that is Country Charm, Teresa Goodrich. And then Home Sweet Home, I did two. She had a pick 3 challenge where you could pick 3 colors. You were also allowed like brown skin colors, black, white, things like that. So this one I stuck a little more to the 3. I stuck a red in there, but happy. I think they're very cute, and I think you kind of can get the nursery feel out of the soft colors. So that is Home Sweet Home, and I was excited to get that done out of there because that book I haven't worked in a whole lot. So those are my favorite colored images so far. Which book have you colored the most in so far in 2023 is going to go back to Floral Reefs. Now I only have 3 done in here, but because I don't have necessarily a book for the year to finish, this is the winner. So let's see the next one. The last book you got and why. So the last book I purchased was from Walmart. Okay, so last book I bought and why was the Fantasy Kingdom special. Now, this is Chris Ortega, and this is a beautiful book. Now, I don't subscribe. I thought about it, but then they started selling them at Walmart, and I liked that option way better. I do miss a couple issues here and there, but I do like being able to hold them in my hand and flip through them at my own leisure, even if it is in the middle of Walmart with everybody staring at me, and decide if it's a book I really like or not. Now, I do have a Colorless Kingdom, the physical book. However, when I bought this book, I was not quite into Prismacolors as much, so I tried to tackle it in marker, and I absolutely hate it. And it maybe can be fixed. You can see where I tried to go back with pencils and fix it, but I was just already so bummed out with it. So that when I seen the Coloring Heaven came out and it had the same page that I could try again, I was like, yes, that's worth it. Now, the other reason I bought this book was because it also has some of his designs out of Dark and Gothic, which is the Colorless Kingdom 2, the purple book, which I have not bought. I am not a Dark and Gothic person, and I did watch a couple flips, but I was undecided on if that was too much for me. This one's Don't Wake the Dead. So when this book came out and it was mixed between 1 and 2, I was like, I think that's a fair try. That's enough pages to tell me if I like the book, and if not, I don't have to buy the whole thing. So Fantasy Kingdom by Chris Ortega. I'm hoping to have one of these done for August, or at least started. We'll see. I'm already a week in, behind on all my plans. Did you discover a new artist or publishing company? So this year, I'm pretty sure they were this year. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. This year's kind of a blur. I found Randall Spangler, which is the Dragonfly coloring book. Super cute book, which I have not tackled. And I'm mad at myself for it because I was so excited when this book came out. And then I never pulled it. But it is very cute, especially if you're into the whole dragons. He also has these turned into diamond paintings, if that is something you are into. So I found him and his cute little dragons. And then I found Rita Prince. And I can't for sure think if I knew about her before 2023, but this is the first of her artwork I bought was in 2023. So that's what I'm rolling with. This is her storefronts and houses. This is out of her portraits book, so I did buy these before she put them on Amazon. I did not know she was going to make an Amazon book, but yeah. So I had my eye on her, work. I do need to get started, but yes. So that is Rita Prince. Again, if you are interested, she has books on Amazon if you need a link, and Etsy, Rita Prince, and also Instagram if you follow artists there. You can also follow me there. Just kidding. Next question. Try not to skip anything here. Last book, new artist. Favorite and most used supplies, of course, is my Prismacolor. The white acrylic paint has been a big one. This second half of the year, I hope lots of you will stick with me because I'm breaking out the watercolors. I just got a new watercolor set. The ink tints will be coming out. I think I'm going to tackle an ink tints in Kirby. And then the other favorite supply I have is, and I have a few of these. This is Dragonfly Glaze by Folk Art. So it is like color changing glitter paint. And I do have a page. Do I still have my book out? That I did with this paint. Let's see if I can show you. This paint does not show up well on camera. I'm going to warn you now. So this is more of a personal kind of thing. Like, you get to enjoy it, but not so much everybody else in the pictures when they look at your stuff. Let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see the color change. So I used the rainbow, the red, this one. And I can see it in person when I shift it just right, but it's really hard to get that color shift on camera. A little bit. But I love using it on fairy wings, on seashells, on, you know, water, anything I can find that feels like it needs a little bit of shimmer to it. So those, I feel like these are underrated. But yes, they are Dragonfly Glaze. Okay, so those are my favorite supplies. Everyone knows Prismacolors are definitely top of the list. Did you discover a new coloring channel? So I don't have necessarily a new coloring channel. I have watched Zucchini Kitty for a while, Color with Claire, Kate's Coloring Haven, of course, those are my girls. Those are my ones I followed when I started and still follow up to now. Artistry by Karen Valentine and Coloring with Alina. I have started, I've been watching them, but I have started actually following along with a couple of the pages they do and color alongs and speed colorings when I have the page and they do them in Prismacolors, just to kind of up my skills. I learned by doing hands-on, so sorry about that. I feel like what works best for me, especially on these like portrait images, is I like pages I can print out as well. I will follow their kind of their style and their colors on one page, then I will color it again my way. You know, I might use a couple of their colors, add one, subtract one. They might go dark to light, I might go light to dark, that kind of thing. But I'd find that it does help me to kind of follow along their style and then adjust it as I need it to make it mine. So that's not really anything, no like new coloring channels necessarily, but I am getting braver with the girls in the big leagues. The ones that do the super detailed, like the 10 combos per skin kind of thing. I'm getting a little braver following them girls. Next we have, did you try any new coloring techniques or follow along? So again, I haven't done any like follow alongs this year necessarily, but this is the one I tried the new techniques on. So this one, I did the ink tints and it did not bleed through, which I find super fascinating. Now if you overwater it, it might, but... So I did a layer of ink tints and I blended it with an alcohol marker. And then I just went over with the Prismacolor and it came out fabulous. It didn't warp my page. It's not crinkly, which I kind of like the watercolor crinkle noise, but... So yeah. I am super happy with how that turned out, and I would like to do another one similar to this style with the ink tints down first. So again, the second half of my year I'm hoping is going to be a lot more multimedia, as I am home more and on a regular schedule. Did you take part in any buddy colors? I buddy color with Jamie mostly at Jamie's Coloring Love. I think I did a couple in the beginning of the year with some other ladies, but... And then in my Facebook group, I post the color alongs from my channel, and I think a couple ladies from there I have buddy colored with on some other projects. But mainly the only buddy color I do is with Jamie. I should probably work on that too and branch out. That would probably be wise, but I haven't yet. Most anticipated coloring book that will be released in the second half of the year. Teresa Goodrich, so if you are not familiar, she has done these books, and this one here is her newest book out, and that is her one that came out right before this one. I'm sorry about the glare, my light. So Teresa Goodrich, she has a new book coming out called Afternoon Tea and Christmas Gnomes. So Christmas Gnomes actually comes out September 13th, and I will put a picture here of the Amazon page so you can kind of see. And then Afternoon Tea comes out November 15th, and I have my eye on the tea one, little more than the gnomes, but both are very exciting. Mythographic has a couple books coming out too, but I have so many of their books. I guess I do Teresa's too, but the tea one, I really have my eye on the tea one. So. And any regrets or purchases you would have rather not bought? Book-wise, I do have a few. I did get a couple of the AI books that I did not check very well, that had like the funky fingers in the hair before it became a big thing. And I think I got a couple from Ava Brown that I just super wasn't into. They weren't bad books, they just weren't for me. So I'm not really going to show any because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus or anything. Just because they weren't great for me doesn't mean they aren't for somebody else. The only supply I think I could have done without is the Brute Funners, or no, the Colors, I'm sorry. I bought the Color set, and I bought the little one. It's like the 72 set. It didn't even come in a tin or anything, just a wooden box. The Macrons, I'm super happy with, but I think I could have skipped those. 72 set, even though they were only like 12 bucks when I bought them. They are great for large spaces if you don't want to use your good pencils, but I don't pull them a whole lot, so I think I could have done without. And that is the last question of that tag video. So if you need any links or anything, flip throughs like that, please let me know. I could totally get those up for you. I will get everything linked down in the description. I thank you for being here and for watching. Again, if you would like to join in, please do, and let me know you did, and I will hop over and watch your video. I try to keep up on those, but sometimes a lot of them get going and I miss a couple, but I will do my best, and I hope to see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.